Okay, so we're here on Saturday. We've got the time-lapse camera set up. We're gonna strip the front of the Viking off, get the nose, the bumper, the grille, the radiator, all of that off, and then expose the motor and see what's cooking underneath there. Happy Saturday, let's get going. Busy marking the hinges so that it'll be easy to put them on again. As you can hear, it's raining. And we're using hand tools today because we forgot to charge the batteries. Interrupt the time lapse for you. There's some progress. We got the grill off. Busy getting the bump off. It's fighting us. Well, me. But the grill is coming off. Arno's winning on this side. We've got the bonnet off.
So we're stripping the Viking, and yeah, the headlights are mounted with four. It looks like the four twin towers. That's how long the bolts are they used to mount the headlights. So yeah,
back to time lapse. There we go, got most of the front off the Viking. Got this last side to do because that's where the diesel pump and an air pump is in that fender. So we're busy getting that off now. Gonna start to pull off all these air pipes, pull off all the air ducting and expose the motor. See what's sitting under there and get ready for the next stage, which will be to re-gasket this motor. Right, so we're dealing with a scenario here. I don't know if they've welded it on.
you can get to it.
Oh, I don't know, we're battling to get that off. That's all very tight. I don't know if it's welded on, eh? Let's see. Well, there we go. As you can see, we've got the Cummins exposed now. All the wiring is removed, power steering is removed, water pipes are removed, air filters, air cleaners, turbos disconnected. Pretty much got it exposed. The main problem we're having is down there. The tappet cover gasket is leaking oil. So now to get to that, we're going to take the pump off. So we may as well do the whole motor. We're going to do gaskets, top to bottom, head gaskets, everything. New timing cover, check out the killer dowel pin. But that's it, the Cummins exposed. Enjoy the video, click like, click subscribe. Don't make Arno grumpy. Alright, so we managed to get the Viking strip out. Got the GM14 bolt in place. Still need to bolt it in and everything. The Viking's old diff has now gone to Swamp Donkey. She's got the matching bolt patterns, 5 in the front, 5 in the back. And her diff was looking, needed a bit of work, so that's in there now. So yes, Viking finally has a GM14 bolt in the works here. Alright, you have to excuse the angle. I'm using some weird octopus stand. It's like, costs like $2 or some shit. It's rubbish. it seems to be collapsing just under the weight of my phone. So you've got this weird angle, but essentially what we're hoping today is that this hole will line up with that perch there. It seems like we're almost there, you know, I don't know, it looks like it could be short, but I'm hoping it's going to be on the money. So yeah, join me on this adventure of optimism and see if it pans out for us.
A few moments later.
If you check there, you can see we've only got about a couple of mils, very few. We're almost in line there with that hole there, but we're definitely out there, so see there. Doesn't seem being optimistic didn't help today. Alright, Sunday morning, I've come in to do the diff for the Viking. If you can check, I've got a GM14 bolts. It's got the larger brake drums on, so I need to take those off, put the smaller brake drums on so I can go back to dually rims because this is for single back wheels. I've got to move the perches. The perches are in the wrong place. I've cut that piece of angle iron there and I'm going to build a tool. I'll show you that little tool I've got to keep my measurements good, make it easier and quicker to do this on my own. And then yeah, see if we can get all that on. I'm going to have the brakes relined because they've stripped the lining off the brakes. But so yeah, that's the Viking. Get ready. Sunday morning, I'll put you guys on some time lapse for some stuff. I'll go through, there'll be time lapse, regular stuff, time lapse, regular stuff. Good. So I've got the front section off. Seems that the drums are binding on the inside. So that's going to give me a couple of minutes of drama. I won't put you through that, but I'm going to undo the brake lines. I'm going to undo the slaves there. See if we can get the brakes to disengage. Alright, so if you check the time lapse, you'll see that I took the hub off here. Now I'm trying to pull the main drum off. Obviously she's stuck, she's rusted on. See how the rust is falling out the bottom there. So I've got a cheap Chinese bearing pulley and a piece of an old fan, which is an aluminium, which is quite cool. So at least it doesn't damage anything on the inside there. I will actually just put a washer on this side the next time I turn it. But I'm slowly turning it away, getting it off piece by piece here. And then yeah, reason I come on Sundays is so that Anna doesn't see that I'm using his screwdrivers to break to destroy the drum. But anyway, keep you guys posted. You'll be back on time lapse soon. We'll get this drum off, get that drum off, get everything off, and then start trying to put the other pieces on the diff today. Alright, well I got the first one off. It was a bit of a nightmare. I'll play that time lapse with Benny Hill music at the end for you because sure, that was not a good one, that one. That one gave me all kinds of trouble. I'm going to try to take this one off for you on time lapse. Hopefully that one goes a bit smoother so you can actually see how it's supposed to go versus how it's not supposed to go. right, so I got the diff stripped. I got both sides of the drums off. Now I need to put these new backing plates on. So they're basically gonna go there like that, where the old ones were, giving me a smaller drum so I can run duty wheels. If you want to see a size difference, you can see that's the difference between the small one and the big ones. So it fits inside them. So there we go. Heading now, start to clean this thing up a little bit, start to assemble everything, and then I'll have to send the brakes off to be relined on like Tuesday. Then we can put it together and get it back on the truck. There we go. They still look like they're in good condition. Threads are all still good. Let's go give it a proper clean. No, not too bad either. We're running there. Quick update. Shafts are clean and painted. Getting ready now to cut the purchase off. I've marked everything with red so that it's easy to see when everything came off for future referencing. But yeah, this is the part I'm dreading. They've got some solid welds in there. You've got to get those welds out. It looks like somebody's had a go at this before. They've been moved. But yeah, the key is not to damage the pipe. So yeah, let's see. I'm about to start. I've got the two perches off now. You'll see in the time lapse. Actually didn't go as bad as I thought it would be. It wasn't too bad. Got that one off as well now. So start to clean that up, get them welded into the new place tomorrow, and then clean this thing up, paint it, send it off to the brake place, and have the brakes redone. But there, thanks for watching part 2 of the Viking build. I'll show you, there'll be one more video on the diff when we line it up now, and we line the purchase up and everything, and then we can show you how it goes into the truck and how it fits in. But thanks for watching, keep you updated. Right, morning everyone. Follow up on the GM14 bolt. With today being a public holiday, I'm able to get down to the shop and carry on working on this thing. So if you remember yesterday, I took off the large hubs and the large drums of the 14 bolt, and then cleaned up the stubs. As you can see, they're all clean and ready now for the next stage. I now am going to relocate the purchase to the correct distance to match the leaf springs on my truck. A good idea with your original purchase, you'll see they've got a hole at the top here. Take a drill, just score the top of the tube. Don't drill a hole into the tube. That is not what you're trying to do here. All you want to do is once you've cut the perch off, it's handy to have a center line of where that original hole was when you want to start drawing your lines across the tube. Same on that side. Once again, do not drill a hole into the tube. Just score the outside lightly. So yeah, I'm gonna now start cleaning up all the old welds, get the diff ready, and then I've taken this piece of angle iron, drilled holes on either side which match the distance from the two leaf springs. So basically I use the angle iron with the bolt, that will be welded in there. I use that to check the spacing between my perches, that it matches the spacing on the leaf springs, and we spot weld them in, and then we'll actually test fit the diff, because you don't want to be making a mistake with these things. They're heavy, difficult to move around, so measure twice, cut once, as they say. Put you guys in some time lapse, you can watch me clean these axle tubes. See, I've got the first perch cleaned, well, mounting point clean. As you can see, there's a lot of old, it's definitely been moved before. There's some old grooves cut in it. So what we'll do is we'll first clean these up, weld all these up, smooth the whole shaft out, and then only put the new perches, in their new places. But already, yeah, definitely some old damage, and you can see it's already like grass, so it's not for me. I've got the lines pulled up, axle tube is smooth now, ready to mock up putting in the perches, and then we can take it from there. Progress is being made on the 14 bolt today. So this thing here, that's the distance from the original main leaf springs. So I can just do a quick test to see more or less where it should be. So I can see I'm out by that much, so I can check right there. Alright, as you can check now, what I've done is I've spot welded the perches in their place. I've made a bracket here out of this angle iron. I measured the actual distance between my leaf springs, drilled holes and welded 2 bolts in so I could check when I put it in to make an idea that it is in the right place. So that should be where it needs to be. We're going to do a test fit now, and after if it fits, then we can weld it up in full. But yeah, I'm going to do a test fit because you don't want to have to take these things off when they're welded full up again.
nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
Perches are moved, mocked up into place. We've got the diff in. It looks like it's fitting perfectly into the truck there. Pinion angle looks right. It's the end of this day, so the diff is leaning forward a bit. That's why you're seeing a gap there. But the holes are lining up there. The holes are lining up there in the perch. We'll just jack it up when we put the U-bolts in. But first we're going to take it off, paint it, weld everything full up. That's just all temporary for now to make sure it all fits. But there we go, perches have moved. Pinion angle looks right when it was jacked up and tested, so there we go. 14 bolt fitted to the dually. You can see that's what it's going to look like with the new backing plate on, because we've got it in place now. We just need to put the U-bolt shackles back on again. And then we can get all this done, get the brake parts back on again, get the smaller drums on, and get the dually wheels back on her. But essentially the 14 bolts is in. Tomorrow we'll take it off again, weld the perches in properly, and then she's done. Alright, good morning everyone, wherever you are, morning, evening, whatever. So we're back on the Viking. It's been a while since we put up a Viking update. Been a little bit busy at the shop, weather's been a bit crazy, haven't had time to get everything done, so we've had to put this on hold for a while. So yeah, today what I'm going to do is I'm going to fit the bearings, fit the hubs back of the GM14 bolt. I'm not putting the brakes in that in because what I'm doing is I'm actually just fitting it. I want to get wheels on it, make sure that everything's lined up before we weld that diff on full up. But it's good enough for now, so we're just going to be pushing it around. I've ordered new bearings. Once the new bearings arrive, I'll pull this apart, put new bearings in, and do the brakes same time. But right now what we're trying to do is get her back onto wheels so that we can push her around and get the body work done. There's the other side. This side still got its brake assembly in. It all needs to be redone, and we need to get new new brake pads on there as well. Progress. So let's get this thing on wheels today. You'll also see I'll drop in I'm probably gonna hopefully tackle the front as well. She is now on a set of wheels on the back, not the correct ones because I've got to have tires put on the rims over there. I've taken the front tires off as well so that I can put the adapters on, but at least she's down and on her wheels now again at the back. And then hopefully tomorrow if I get a gap, I'll try to do a video on putting the spacers on so that you can run dually rims up front as opposed to the stock rims. The motor is opened, ready. Tomorrow I'm gonna start stripping the front of it off, start stripping it apart, getting it ready to paint, clean, redo the gaskets and everything. So yeah, hopefully we can start pounding away on the Viking, get her out of here, because I must say I do miss driving my truck. So it's Arno's birthday. We're cutting some cake for him. Today, in today's video, I'm going to show you some snippets of my time with Arno. You get to know Arno. What is his birthday? Yeah.
Right, so today we're stripping out the Viking's components in the doors. We stripped out the passenger side door first, quite different to the four doors. This whole frame needs to come out. You've got 4 bolts, 2 bolts on this side and 2 bolts on this side, and then this whole frame pulls out, and then you've got access to get your foil window and window regulators out. Right, so as you can see, if it's the first time that you strip the doors, it's probably a bit unknown for you because we're used to Ford, but it's actually a good patent that they've got going on here. So it's nice that the whole subframe of the window just comes out, and you've got access to the windows and the quarter windows.
Busy taking out the headliner quickly. See what's going on. See how rusted the roof is up there. As you can see, I've got my trusty steed Honor here. How's it look?
A lot of pop rivets.
Well,
And
let's get it off and we'll show everyone what's going on under there. The dismantling of the interior has begun.
what's one there more?
Yeah, there's one there. That one. So we're busy having a look. And there we can see, so when you see that many rivets, we know there's that much putty. Actually, no, you know what those rivets are? There's a sunroof there. On the back. Oh, there's like a sunroof that used to be there that they closed up, I think. Let's get it out, man. Let's see what's happening under there.
I think it's turning. How long is this bolt? Can you see?
I can't see anything.
Oh, that looks like it's turning.
Did they put a bolt on the roof? They fucking did, my bro. Yeah, there's a nut up here, bro. They put a nut and covered it in silicone.
What is that, 8-spanner?
Yeah, 8-spanner, bro.
That's why the water is.
Yeah, no wonder this thing's leaking so much fucking water, bro. So I was like, ah, well, we went through the roof. No one's gonna get on the roof and see that. Ah, that's the headliner out.
It's not bad at all, man.
No, actually, I won't lie, I expected a hell of a lot worse. The way the water was coming in through that nut there. I thought it was running in from the front and running down across here and
Even
dripping
the pop
there.
rivets is not rusted, so I think
No,
you put new pop rivets in and then just seal that from the top in.
Or we could put a glass roof in.
No.
And you can look at the moon
No.
when you're eating edibles and I'm driving. There's our resident goats for the park. It's the street truck goats. They live in the area here. All right, morning everyone, evening, afternoon, whatever it is your side when you're watching. As you can check with the Viking now, I've managed to strip the front off. I'm waiting for a new timing case because this case has been cracked. You can check there, I don't know what happened. I've got the timing cover, I've got the gaskets, got all the pumps, fuel filters, everything. But we're just waiting for those spares to come, then we'll finish off the motor, take off the rest, clean it, paint it, put it back together again, and I'll do a video on that. But today I'll throw in a time lapse so you can see how the motor got to this point here. As you can check, I've thrown in, I've got a set of all-terrain type tires on it. Managed to pick these up for free, so we're running these for something different for a while, just to see how they ride. It's probably going to be quite uncomfortable, but who cares? It looks cool. I just broke my windows. Well, enjoy the time lapse. I'll keep you guys posted as soon as the rest of the spares arrive for the Viking. We'll start to put the rest together, and then we'll definitely do some more videos of the whole process, but it's going a bit slow at the moment because, like I say, I'm waiting for spares. So enjoy today's video. It's a short one, quick one, just a couple of random things of how we got to where we are with the Viking right now, and then we'll take it from there when the spares arrive. Enjoy, guys. Like a weekend. There's another one, the ginger one. It's not Jeff, I don't know who that is.
My name is Jeff.
Alright, so this is the Cummins that we have to redo. We're in the process now, stripping it out, got all the electrical off and out the way. Basically this one's been done because there's a problem with the gasket there on the timing cover gasket, not timing cover gasket, sorry. It's the valve cover gasket. So you can see there it's leaking down quite heavily at the bottom. The seal is very brittle and it's dripping everywhere. So yeah, the beauty of this is just to change that gasket, we have to take off the pump. So if we're taking that off, we may as well go all ahead. And then we saw that the timing case has got some putty work over there. So somebody's fixed it. Obviously something happened. Probably the dowel pin came out. But we're going to have a look at that as well, so we're going to swap that, got a whole new gasket set, going to redo everything. Don't know if we're going to take the head off, but everything else is going to get done. I'll put you on time lapse to do the first video of the stripping of the Cummins. You have to excuse the wind today, it's insane here. Well, there we go, the first stages of the motor. I've started taking off the front now. Got most of those parts off, the water pump, the pulleys, the alternator. Busy getting into there. Want to get it onto top dead center now. Top dead center, the injector pump. And then we want to get all that stuff off and start painting, cleaning. Be some more time lapse for you to go through, but thanks for sticking around. My first time doing a Cummins, so I also don't have some of the spanners. I need to get a couple of spanners on Monday morning because I don't have all the spanners to do this engine. I've never dealt with one of these before, but suffer with me. Any ideas, suggestions, leave them in the comments. Taking off the timing cover here, as you can check, it's got quite a big crack there. So I don't know, based on the fact that the dowel pin has been hammered in so deep, because they're normally not in, I mean they're supposed to be in deep, but that one you can see someone's hammered it in. To me it looks like that the killer dowel pin came out at some point, smashed inside the timing cover, because you can definitely see there's some carnage over there on the top of this gear here. There's definitely something hit it in there. Something got wedged in there and then cracked the timing case. So this is before we bought it. So yeah, it looks like timing case is definitely cracked, smashed. You can even see there, it's cracked on the inside there as well. So down here, there's a crack all the way through there now. So now we're busy pulling it off, and then obviously now we've managed to line it up there on the pulleys for top dead center, because it's supposed to use there's a pin that goes in the back here. This pin here, but they snapped the tip off already. It looks like somebody snapped it off. They obviously forgot they had it on top dead center. So that's supposed to go inside here. Then when you're in top dead center, that presses all the way through into the cam. And you'll see, let me get in there. I'll just start a new video. You can see there's the cam, there's the pinhole where it's supposed to go in, but now obviously there is no pin because the nib of the pin is missing. So basically you get the Cummins onto top dead center, then you would push this in, that would lock the gears in place for you so they don't move. Then we have to get up here, take off this thing here, and then this will turn, and you turn it around, and then here's a timing lock to lock the fuel pump. Then we can take the P-pump off. Today's the day, bro. I've roped Arno into it. He didn't know it, but I've roped him into it, fed him at a braai, and now I'm gonna make him work on the Cummins with me. What we're going to do, we're going to take off the injector lines, take off the return lines, going to take off the valve covers, going to remove the P-pump, and then we're going to remove the camshaft as well today. So we're going to show you how to remove the lifters, going to show you how to remove the rocker arms, going to show you how to tie up the lifters so that they don't fall into the engine. Well, let's see if we actually pull it off before we show you how we do it, but we're going to try. And then yes, Arno's here. He looks pumped for the job. But yes, we're ready. We're going to take off this timing cover as well, because as you can see, that thing's smashed. I think the kilodale pin came out. So here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Injector lines off now. So now we need to take off this oil. We need to take off this return line. And then inside there is where the real fun starts, because there's a fuel line in there we have to undo. Then we need to undo the main bracket of it down here. It's got a support bracket. And then we've got to take off the nut on the front and pull off the cam gear. Well, cam gear, P-pump gear. Then that's the pump out the way. Put it on the shelf there. And just so you know, that came off easy because I did actually take it off earlier. There, as you can see on the side of the P-pump, between the block and that, you have to get this one out here. It's a 15. So you have to undo this line here before you start messing with it, because if you undo everything and that one's not undone, it won't let it go. see, the first lifter is off. I'm going to take all the rest of them off now. Make sure to keep them organized. You want to put the same ones back where they were in the same places because they've got wear patterns that you want to adhere to. Don't be mixing them up. All right, here we have our homemade puller to pull off the P-pump gear. 2 bolts. Let's go. Turn it on and let's see what happens. The heat is on. Will the weld hold? Will the bolt? All right, I'm here with Arno. Again. Round number, I don't know, we stopped counting. But we managed to get a bearing puller going. We used that to pull off the P-pump pulley. It's quite a process. It feels like it's going to snap and then eventually it just pops off quite easily. But yes, keep an eye. Here we go. We're about to take the P-pump and everything off and get this timing cover off and pull the cam out. So if you've ever wondered how to pull the camshaft out of a Cummins 6BT, here's how you do it the wrong way. As you can see, it's quite an adventure getting to that bolt down there. It's got quite a contraption going all the way down there. Lots of swearing. But we're making progress. We're making progress. So me, I'm busy cutting a dowel rod. You take a dowel rod, you file the end down, you cut a little slit inside there to give yourself almost like a pressure spring type thing. And then you hit this into your lifters, pull them up. I'll show you once we open the side cover.
Just don't bend that.
There we go, the P-pump is off. Now we can actually see what is the real reason why we took this damn thing apart. It was for that side cover. But yeah, there we go. And there's the real reason there. That gasket there is perished in that corner there. It's rock hard. Eh? Check it there.
Let's get this in there.
So as you can check, we've got all the lifters, cable tied up, started pulling the cam. Not as easy as advertised, that's for sure. So Arno's gonna try finesse it because he's got these soft, sexy hands. And he's gonna see if he can lure this girl out of here.
How's that, man?
Yes, check at that, bro. Like a fucking boss, bro. Look at that. Should have known, bro. When it comes to shafts, it's your department. Oh.
Heavy.
Yeah, and long. Okay, there we go. The camshaft is out. Let me take that off Arno's hand so that he can stand up. And then camshaft P-pump off. Cummins Rebuild Experts 2.0. Alright, final update on the Cummins, because the next video will be basically the cleaning and painting video and then the reassembly. So there you can check. We've got the camshaft out, we've got the timing case off. That thing was pretty broken. I can't believe that these guys actually put it back in like that. Check that. So yeah, that's out now. Arno's busy cleaning up the gasket seals there. Gonna take the sump off still. Got the cam out, P-pump off, lifters all in place. Got the dowel rod going. And then next video you'll see, we'll paint her and then start assembling her, and then there'll be the fire up video. But that basically wraps up the disassembly video, and then we'll do a reassembly video. As you can check, there's the P-pump. Camshaft. All the insides. We had to also even take the engine bracket off to get the timing cover off. That's what Arno looks like while he works. A quick update. We've barreled ahead. We've stripped off all the bolts and everything off the old timing case. Got the new timing case going in. That's there just in case vampires come. We've got some stakes to protect us. But then we've about to put the new case on now. And as you can see, progress. We sprayed that piece of the motor black because we can't get in there. We don't want to spray this case. We probably will, but let's see. Oh no, you're smiling?
Not yet.
Not yet. Almost smiling. They keep you guys posted. Fitting the new top dead center pin locator. That goes on the back there. And the small hole. Arno's under there pulling off the sump. Managed to get the new timing case on. So we have Arno now. He's a professional cam installer for Cummins. He's busy installing the cam back in the Cummins. Anything with a bit of lube. Capson. Everything went successfully with the camshaft. Like I say, I'm sure Arno's been building Cummins in his private time because he just did that way too easily, like he's done it before. For an auto electrician, I'm impressed. 10 out of 10. So there, as you can check now, push rods are back in. Arno's going to do the gasket for that. I'm going to put the rocker arms back on and then keep you around here. Down the rocker bolts now. These small ones, 25 Newton meters. Then the big ones, I've got some specs from my buddy Kut up in Joburg. And the big ones, you do those 75, then 100, then 120, and then a 90-degree turn. And that's Newton meters, eh? Because that's what we work in. We don't work in freedoms per eagle here in South Africa. Cleaning the sump gasket. How's it going there, Arno?
Ah, it's alright. It's quite
Oily.
oily and smelly, and some pussycats walking around here, so you know what that means.
Ah!
Why would you want to do that always to yourself?
Alright, before we close this thing up now, gonna make a bracket there to cover the killer dowel pin. Because obviously we assume that's what happened to this one. If you remember, the last timing case was cracked. Like that there. And then yesterday inside the sump, we found these little pieces here. I don't know, that looks like almost like brake line. But this thing here, you can definitely see it got chewed up by the gear. And there was another one like that in the bottom of the timing case when it came off. So definitely that dowel pin obviously came out, or some dowel pin came out at some point, and all hell broke loose, but it's since then been repaired. And now we've changed the timing case cover with a new one. Arno's busy doing the sump gasket still. I think he's just enjoying lying on his back for the day. And then yes, there we go. Killer dowel pin is basically there. What I'm gonna do is I've got this carburetor bracket here. I'm gonna cut this here, drill a hole, get that in there like that, and it will hold the dowel pin in. A dowel pin cover. It's a little short, but it'll do the job. Let's have a look at the sump. P-pump is sprayed, cleaned. Sump has been cleaned, ready. Needs a new gasket. It's got a couple of dents in, but we don't want to risk it. Alright, so we've got the P-pump in. Busy connecting the fuel lines of the P-pump now. Dexter level surgery. It's quite a shot, you with the swinging chains and the gloves. Got the engine mounting back on. Got the P-pump gear back on. Got the P-pump back on. Busy painting the top valve covers quickly. Side done. Progress. She's off the crane, resting on her own again. Got the power steering pump back on. Moving over to now the water pump. Gonna put a new gasket on that, clean up the gasket surface over there. Stick on the new water pump. Well, not the new water pump, the old water pump, but it's still good. So I'm gonna stick that on and I'll bring you back and show you the next thing.
me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god. Let's go.
Alright, a quick update on the Viking. Got the motor covered at the moment. Just giving the body a light sand. Want to spray it with a black primer color for now, until we decide what color we want to go when we do the full restoration. But for now, she's just getting a freshen up, so I'm gonna go with the matte black. I think we're gonna go matte black for a while. So all right, a quick Viking update for you guys. You will have seen the video where we've done the engine. If you haven't, there should be 3 videos: the stripping of the accessories, removing the camshaft, the P-pump, the injector lines, and then putting it all back in. As you can see, I have now sprayed her with a black primer. This is not like final paint or anything, because there's still a lot of body work that has to be done to her, but I don't have time for that now, so I've got to get her up and running and working. Semi-assembled, we're going to start the process of getting her back together now. And then you will be able to see what she looks like. She's still going to get a final coat of the primer once she's all assembled. I'd like the color change. And then we've got to deal with the inside still. Got to remove a bunch of gauges, add a bunch of gauges, take all this out, make all this much nicer, put in some new wiring front to back. Going to start the process of rebuilding the load bed, finishing the load bed floor, redoing that, and then get that 14 bolt welded up full. The prop shaft should be here next week. Super rough working truck look. Passenger side, it is a Supercab. The roof is still good. We didn't do that, but it's done pretty well, I think. Running some off-road style tires for a while. There's the fuel tank. Progress, Viking progress. Need to get it out the shop. It's taking up way too much space. All right, welcome everyone. Just a quick update. Want to say thanks to all of you who've subscribed and liked the videos. I see we've crossed 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is quite a milestone for us and the kind of channel we have.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy! We're stuck!
But yeah, once again, just want to say thank you to every single one of you. We really do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch any of our videos, because there's tons of other videos you can go watch. So the fact that you're wasting any of your time watching us, we really do appreciate it. So here's an update on the Viking. As you can see, she's kind of been semi-assembled now because we want to get the engine running next week. But what I'm going to tackle today is I got to tackle the load bed. I need to drop it a few centimeters on this side. So I want to change and put in a new permanent floor. So what I've done is I've cut some tubing to lay across the bottom of the chassis. And then I've got some other tubing I've cut here to set the new height of the floor. Then that's going to allow me to cut this old frame out of the old floor. I'm going to drop it a fair amount. It's going to look different. It's not going to be quite as high. I mean, I think where it is now is where it's kind of supposed to be, but I'd like it to be a bit lower just to deal with this area here, because I want to get this a bit closer so I can close this up with a tub and get this off the chassis and mount it onto the load bed itself. Obviously, I'm going to be keeping that same fuel tank kind of grown attached to her, so I don't think we'll remove her. We'll probably keep her in the mix here. What I have to do is pretty much stretch this thing. That fuel tank goes around about here, and then these ones are the new floor, these tubings, and then these are the old ones that I'm gonna have to cut out. So I'll probably put you guys on some time lapse. You can check it out. Not that crazy today, but let's see what we can get done. so I've got these front two braces in. These two here. Gonna stick the third one in the back here now. This one goes in over there by the line. It's going up in there underneath. And then I'm gonna start cutting this thing out so we can get it down to its new level. And that would be the task for today, just to drop it down and see what it looks like. All right, that's all of our cross member struts welded in for the new bed. Temporary, obviously, nothing permanent here at the moment. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start cutting these old ones out. Put you on time lapse, watch me do that. Great fun. Alright, so with the load bed, I've got all the braces in now. I've cut the lower frame out. I need to lift this thing up, move it, take the old frame out, and then it will sit on the new border that I've created for it. But now the power's gone down here, so I can't carry on. But what I am going to do, I'm going to load you an awesome video where you can watch myself and Anna spend at least 2.5 hours trying to remove the oil filter off of the Viking. We ripped it apart, tore it apart, hit screwdrivers through it. We did everything. And then by the end of it, we realized we were turning it the wrong way. So it shows you what happens when you're overworked and tired. Enjoy. Three hours later, I'm still busy with the oil filter, trying to get that off. Hello. Turned about half a turn, and then it just gave up the ghost.
You're going the wrong way! He says we're going the wrong way. Oh, he's drunk.
The saga of the oil filter continues.
That's our biggest problem ever. Anything that
This entire Cummins build, this has been the hardest thing.
to change the oil
Swapping the damn oil filter. Phew. Oh my gosh, the moment of truth, it's actually turning.
Few thousand rand to change the oil filter.
Just as I tell you what, someone quotes, I'll quote you 10 grand to change the oil filter on a Cummins now.
Give me a bigger bit. But